Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Time to Read with Mr. Eamon. This is a classic Froggy, one of my favorite Froggy books, and it's kind of embarrassing. It's called Froggy's First Kiss. Yeah. And as you can tell on the title page here, it says Froggy's First Kiss by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Remkowitz. It was the week before Valentine's Day, and for Froggy, Valentine's Day meant candy, but it also meant love. At school, there we go, At school, Froggy's mind wandered. Froggy, cried his teacher, Mrs. Witherspoon. Why? Kindly pay attention, dear. And that's when he saw her. The prettiest girl frog in the world. The new girl in class. Her name was Froggelina. And when she smiled at him, his insides got soft and wiggly like he had caterpillars for breakfast. Ugh. Froggy, called his teacher. Why? Your eyes should be on your work, dear. It's not polite to stare. Oops, said Froggy. He's kind of obnoxious. He's staring at him. At recess, Froggelina smiled at him through the monkey bars. He was hanging upside down, and when he saw her, he fell smack on his head. Bonk. At lunch, Froggelina sat beside him. She smiled and opened her lunchbox. I have a treat for you, Froggy. Close your eyes. And she gave him a big, juicy apple. After lunch, Froggy and Froggelina played tetherball together. Froggelina wound up, sucked the ball, and Froggy was so busy gazing into her eyes, the ball hit him in the head. Bonk. And knocked him down. Ow. I hate it when that happens. At lunch the next day, Froggelina smiled and opened her lunchbox. I have a goodie for you, Froggy. Close your eyes. And she gave him a cookie shaped like a heart. Aw, that's so sweet. That afternoon, Froggy and his class made valentines. They cut hearts out of paper. Some big, some little, some red, some pink. And on just one, Froggy wrote, I love you. He didn't want any of his classmates to see, especially Froggelina. So he worked under his desk. Froggy, called Miss Witherspoon. Why? Please work at your desk, dear, and don't make such a mess. When Froggy stood up, he hit his head on his desk. Bonk! And everybody laughed, especially Froggelina. At lunch the next day, Froggelina sat beside him again. She smiled and opened her lunchbox. I have a surprise for you, Froggy. Close your eyes. And what do you think she gave him? Probably an apple. A big, juicy kiss. Oh, sputtered Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Froggy grabbed his lunchbox and flopped away. Flop, flop, flop. His tummy felt so weird he couldn't even eat lunch, not even his dessert. On the bus home after school, everybody teased him. Even Max, his best friend. They sang, Froggy has a girlfriend. Froggy has a girlfriend. Wow. Boy. No, I don't, cried Froggy. When the bus stopped, he flopped all the way home. Flop, flop, flop. But his heart felt heavy. Was it love? Was it hunger? Was it his backpack filled with Valentine's cards? What did you do at school today, Froggy? Asked his mother. We made Valentines, said Froggy. Did you make one for someone special? Froggy turned almost purple and flopped into his room. Flop, flop, flop. But the next day, on Valentine's Day, Froggy served his mother breakfast in bed and said, Mom, that someone special is you. And he gave his mother the big heart with the I love you. And his mother gave Froggy a whole bunch of kisses. Candy kisses. Not that kind. Probably that kind too. Like, if it's your mom, it's probably okay if she gives you kisses. Because, moms love you and stuff. It's not really a kid thing. No.